Hello everybody, welcome to this evening's live show. Yes, it is a little bit earlier, I am sorry. I know there's going to be a few people who can't actually tune in to watch it simply because it is a little bit earlier, but I had to get it on tonight because I'm actually out tonight. The missus will kill me if I don't get out on time, so I've been given my orders, I'm afraid. I know, it's bad, it is, but she said, in her words, we had to go out tonight, have a night, get smashed because it's Liverpool tomorrow and you're probably going to end up not getting a chance to do it tomorrow because Alfie's with you, so you might as well go out now and drown the sorrows. What does that tell you? God, no one's confident about this game at all. But I just want to start this show by big shouting out. You can see I'm on my own tonight. Everything changed all of a sudden today. Paul was supposed to be coming on, but finally it looks like today is the day. I don't want to jinx anything, I just want to wish him good luck, but Paul is at the hospital right now with his missus. The waters have broke, the whole usual procedure at this stage is all going ahead. He is there now as we speak. I just want to give my man a big shout out and all the best of luck to everyone, all his family, his wife and everyone who's at the hospital today. I hope it all goes well, mate, and I'll see you soon. She would come, wouldn't she? Just on the eve of the Liverpool game. Says it all. Is it an omen that Paul's new young daughter comes into this world and is a sign? He's coming into this world the night before the Liverpool game and we are going to take down Liverpool tomorrow. That is it. It's a sign. Alfie won his game early on this morning, 4-1. England smashed Australia. What else can happen? What else? There's got to be one more thing that happens. Is it going to be United tomorrow? Or are United going to ruin the weekend again by not turning up? And even it is supposed to be the biggest game in world football. I say supposed to. I put it on the video, the thumbnail. As you can see, with it being so one-sided, if you go off what everyone is saying, and I mean everyone. I've listened to the radio, I've listened to other people's videos on YouTube, Liverpool fans, United fans. I've spoke to plenty of people this week in the build-up to this game, and everyone is of the same thinking that Liverpool are actually going to smash United. Every opposing fan is backing Liverpool tomorrow. They all want Liverpool to win. They all want this to be the year United absolutely collapse. It's looking like it is going to be our worst season right now. I said it, I tweeted it out earlier on. I cannot ignore the facts. I know some people want to try and think positive, and a lot of fans have been taken in by this week's antics by the club. All the build up to the Liverpool game, ex-pros coming on, interviews by ex-pros interviewing Ole. Why not get a hard-hitting interview going on? For God's sake, it's all soft-soaped up and I'm not having any of it. It is literally just put on a show, scripted interview and pointless. You see my moaning and ranting about it on Twitter. If you follow me on there, obviously I did a video earlier this week about United and their injuries. I know it sounds downbeat and negative all the time, but it's just what it is. It's literally a case of put someone in there to ask some certain questions before the Liverpool game in a build-up on Sky and all the other channels just to get everyone excited and ready for the game. It's garbage. It's absolute bollocks, because what is Gary Neville going to ask Ole? I mean, he's one of his mates. What is he going to ask him? Seriously. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke that they're putting that interview out this week before the Liverpool game. Like I said at the start, I'm listening to TalkSport driving home every day. I'm listening to everyone's opinions on this game, and everyone's in the thinking that Liverpool are actually going to just cakewalk it. They're actually going to smash us off the park, and could well be that is the case. United, and I said on the video earlier on in the week, we've got injuries. It's no excuse for me, no excuse whatsoever. But how is this the biggest game in world football when it is so one-sided? How has it got to this stage? That is the bigger question, I think. How have we got to a stage now where it is literally only one team in this game according to everyone in the media? I know it can totally spin it on its head. United might actually turn up and surprise us. That's what I'm hoping. I'll be bouncing off the seats in the stadium tomorrow if that is what happens. Quick shout out to KJ Ital, super chat there, mate. I'm not sure if I said that right or if I pronounced it right. Apologies, but big thank you as always to anyone who does drop in with super chats. And yeah, back onto it. It's like how have we fallen so far for it to be a case that every single pundit? I mean, you've seen the combined 11s of people this week. I mean, who was it who was asking me? I think it was Mike Lilly, one of the subscribers, asked me, why don't I do my combined 11 with Liverpool? We've seen what Danny Mills did. Danny Mills is a prick. He's an ex-City player who hates United. Everyone hates United. I heard Jason Cunty, whatever you want to call him, on TalkSport talking. The hatred that these people have got for Manchester United is unprecedented. It is, because they were in a team in the era fighting against what has to be described as one of the best manager of all time in the Premier League in Sir Alex Ferguson, and one of his many teams that he built and put together. And all these ex-players who are now jumping on the bandwagon, hating United because they know that United can't bite back. It is the worst team in Premier League history. We know it is with United, but everyone jumping on the bandwagon. Danny Mills making a combined 11 of all Liverpool players between United and Liverpool. Yeah, which way do you want to look at it? How is he supposed to answer that? The fact that we are without a win in since February away from home, 2 wins in 14 in the Premier League. And then he's comparing that team to the European champions. There's probably only one outcome he could go down, really, could there? Would there be anyone you would swap? I don't think there's any Liverpool fan would swap any of their players for United players right now in any position on that. And you can't really begrudge them that. Let's be honest. It is what it is right now. Liverpool are streets ahead of us. It's a horrible thing to say, and I don't like to talk about it this way, but it's like I said, how can you call this game the biggest game in world football when it is completely one-sided? The whole build-up is one-sided. All anyone is talking about this week is the history. The game's gone by. There's no reality at all in this game. The only reality that any United fan or anyone talking from United this week regarding this football game is who is actually going to be fit and who is actually going to be playing. The only thing that people are actually talking about, and which is and a sad state of affairs, is the fact that you're having to bring back old games and history just to try and make it sound like it is still the biggest game in world football. The history of United against Liverpool, this, that, the ex-players of United, the old days. It's all complete living in the past. We're doing exactly what Liverpool used to do. It's embarrassing, I know, but it's just the way it is at the moment. They've got to try and put on a show and make it look like a show. It's like, say, for instance, what is it? It's like an old-time heavyweight champion of the world coming out of retirement. It's like this whole Nigel Benn scenario. Nigel Benn coming out of retirement to fight again against someone else who's obviously retired. I know, but it's just like trying to build up the glory days from past just to try and make this game relevant, because on paper this is as one-sided a game as you're likely to see. United are probably the poorest team in the league at the moment, taking the league table out of it right now. The fact that we can't score or create chances, and Liverpool on an absolute roller coaster at the moment. It's just absolutely climbing and getting stronger and stronger. I think it's still 0-0 in the City game. If City don't win against Crystal Palace tonight, then it's game over. That's the season one for me. There's no way that Liverpool are going to slip. Can United put a dent in Liverpool's title challenge? We said it before. How many times did we say it? We should have beat them last season. That was our chance last season to beat them. We're just so far behind them. It's frightening. We're literally looking at this game like a bottom half of the table team. That's how I'm looking at it. I have to, because forget about all the history books and all that. It's just on paper. It's top against one of the lower league teams in the league. One of the lower teams in the league. That is how it is. Yeah, you can say it's at Old Trafford. The atmosphere might be banging. It should be banging tomorrow, but it literally feels like the atmosphere at the moment is the fans entertaining themselves because they're not getting anything back from the players. It's hard. I mean, I've been there every game this season, and I know from being there. I've seen it in person. I've seen it how it breaks down. The fans, they start off banging, getting right behind them, but there's only so much supporters can take of absolute nothing coming back off the pitch, and nothing comes back off the pitch at all from these players at the moment. It's like they do not care. It is. Is that 1-0 to City? Okay, game on. game on. I had City for walking this one tonight, to be honest, after they got beat by Wolves. But yeah, no, Palace have got a poor record against City, even though they did beat them last season. But that was a fluke game. But yeah, City winning. So yeah, normal service resumed. Obviously, Spurs dropped points today. Normally, we'd be looking at Spurs dropping points and thinking, whoa, here we go. We're on it. But we can't even look at them games anymore and think, you know what, that's encouraging for us because we can get back up there. We are now 7 points away from top 4 and 1 point off the relegation zone. 5 off bottom spot. When is it going to sink in, people, that everything that has been spoken or anyone's encouraging words this week are absolutely pointless because we are where we are. We're at the bottom half of the table, 14th in the league, playing the best team in the league. That's what tomorrow's game is. It obviously means a lot more to us in terms of United fans and what it feels inside. We still all hold, I still hold it inside that something can happen tomorrow. There is a magic moment around the corner, but I'm thinking now it's like, the magic moments they're just very few and far between now. It's not easy to cling on to glory days gone past now. We're 6 years without getting anywhere near that Premier League trophy. That's the reality of it. Ollie's talking about 3 more years. Jesus, I mean, we're dropping down as far as we can possibly drop at the moment. So, you know, what? How else am I supposed to look at it? But top of the table against one of the most average teams in the league, which we are right now. You cannot deny it. Goal piece. We all know goal piece. He's in with a super chat. Let's see what he's done here now. He's always nice and clever and elaborates with his comments. Let's see. What's the most appropriate way to earn negative points? Negative point. Where are you going with this, mate, already? And enter relegation zone after the Liverpool game. Rashi on free kicks. Sorry. 1. Rashi on free kicks. 2. Ollie post-match. We're not far away comments. 3. Jesse Lingard saying... Mate, I don't know where you're going with that, but I sort of get the gist of it. He's sort of accepting that we are going to be in the relegation zone after tomorrow. I don't think it is possible for us to drop right in. There's only one more team, which is Sheffield United, who are below us, who are actually playing tomorrow. So I think if they get a draw or a point and we lose, then we go down to about 15th is our maximum we can drop down to. But yeah, what goal piece is saying... What's the most appropriate way to earn negative points and enter the relegation zone after the Liverpool game? Rashi on free kicks. Ollie post-match, we're not far away comments. Jesse Lingard doing Jesse Lingard shit. Well, you decide. Let me know, people. Let me know where you're going with that. I'm sure you'll be back with another comment in a minute. Goal piece anyway. But yeah, thanks for entertaining us anyway. Another one. Dave's in the house. How you doing, Dave, mate? Just landed in Manchester, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. Nice one, Dave, mate. I will see you outside Hotel Football, mate. I'll be hanging around there. You know what? There's a few Irish subscribers who are coming over for the game tomorrow. I know what? I just wish, because I've got to drive out to Nottingham after the game tomorrow. I'm on a course next week, so I just wish I could have had a drink with you boys and actually celebrated. Or maybe it would have been a better idea actually having a drink before the actual game rather than after it, because I think we're all worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. But is there anyone out there, anyone, just comment, is anyone sort of holding on to the fact that, I said it before, is there a magic moment left in this United team? Can they surprise us all and actually turn up and turn over the Scousers and just put a cat amongst the pigeons in this walk in the park title race that they're actually in at the moment? Is there anyone out there? Talk to me, people. Let me know. Are you in any way, shape or form, or do you have any ounce of confidence that something crazy, I'll call it crazy, because off the form books it would be if we did anything tomorrow. Is there anyone out there who thinks it can happen? Oh, God, come on, hit me with it. There's got to be someone out there who's actually confident. I'm just going to go through a few of your comments while I'm at it anyway. Remember, Reds, let them fuckers have their laughs. You know we'll be back. That's Alien 10-0. Alien, how you doing, mate? Always on the comments, always on every video, mate. We're going to get slapped 4-0, Adam. He's just come back with that. So, yeah, total sort of shot me down there, mate. I was bigging you up and then you come back and said we're going to get battered 4-0. No confidence at all, but I think your whole point before that was the fact that we will be back. I don't know, mate. It's going to be a while before we get back. It really is. Martial is the only light, really. We need to beat this Liverpool team. We are 15th from Dave Whitehead. Again, Dave, not going to argue with that, mate. A win is needed. A win is a must in a way. Because, I mean, what if Silva's the favourite at the bookies to get sacked, the next manager to get sacked, Silva at Everton? They've won more games than us this season. What does that say about us and our aspirations? I mean, going back to the whole comments about, what Ed Woodward came out with the other day, absolute crap. Absolute crap. If anyone believes that Ed Woodward is going to see through a 3-year plan with Ole because he's got the 3 objectives that United actually aspire to, them 3 objectives being giving the youth a chance, playing attacking football while winning trophies. Oh God, I can't believe he actually came out and said that this week, because that is 3 things that ain't happening, mate. It is not happening. The only reason the youngsters come in, it was like people when they were bigging up Van Gaal for bringing Rashford through. It's through injuries and people just getting thrown in because there's no one left. Because like I said in the previous video early on in the week, this is a jelly baby team and something is fundamentally wrong with our training process, our staff, fitness, coaching, physio, whatever it may be. We have more injuries than any other team in the league, season in, season out, and these players keep getting contracts. So, you've been given a chance? Yeah, not having it, mate. They literally come in because we've got no one else there available. That is what it is. That's where we are. I am not having it at all. Winning trophies, playing attacking football. We can't get a shot on target, Ed. Come on, give your head a tap, mate. I know you're deluded and absolutely clueless when it comes to football. And he said it's an embarrassment and an insult to the fine staff that they have employed at the club, who are obviously well football orientated and football mind, like he said. I think he was going on that fact that a lot of the fans were saying that there's no one at the club at that sort of level in terms of director of football who knows football and what they're talking about. And he's come back and said that it's an insult to them members of staff who actually are in them roles. Well, it's an insult that you're coming out and saying that. It's an insult to the fans that you're actually just completely blanking what the fans are seeing. What you watching in the stands, I do not know, mate. I really do not know, because it ain't what I'm watching, and I'm pretty certain it ain't what a lot of the other fans are watching either. It's complete and utter bollocks what is coming out of your mouth, mate. It is. I am not having any of you, and there's nothing that is going to change my mind or what I am thinking at the moment. He'll say the right thing. He'll come through like he did with Moyes, talking up Moyes' plan, long-term 5-year process. What happened there? Van Gaal comes in, wins him a trophy, gives him all the money in the world, brings in Galacticos, sacks him 15 minutes after winning the trophy. Jose comes in, world beater, serial winner, same again, opens his mouth against him because he isn't doing what he said he would at the start of his tenure, sacks him. So what anyone thinks, just because Ole Solskjaer comes out and backs him in the press, I can tell you now, there's one thing saying things and backing Ed Woodward and what they do and supporting him as a manager. It's another thing being 15th in the league with the 3rd highest wage bill in European football, with a CEO who comes out and says that we need to be giving youth a chance playing attacking football, winning trophies. Oh, come on, people. Ed Woodward will sack Ole if he thinks his job and reputation is at risk, i.e., any closer to that relegation zone and not looking like United are going to be able to earn the money that he needs to do his job next season. Ole will be gone just to get that kick-on factor, that new manager sort of buzz, and actually take us to maybe mid-table, just on the outskirts of top 6. That's what's going through Ed Woodward's mind. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling you now, that is what's going through his mind. You really think the Glazers are going to sit back and watch United drop down into 15th, 1 point off relegation zone, because Ole has got the 3 objectives in mind? It's alright saying something, but we all know actions speak louder than words. 2 wins in 14. Averaging less than a goal a game. I think we're averaging less than 2 shots a game. So there goes the attacking football winning trophies. 2 of your main objectives out the fucking window. I was actually... I was on the border of getting angry, but then I just had to start laughing about what was being said. Absolute clown of a man. I mean, who does he think we are? I mean, Gary Neville, who did the interview, completely contradicts himself all the time. He's the one who went up and asked Ole and did the interview with Ole. I think they just, like I said at the start, they scripted that totally. But in Gary Neville's words, and his old man, Neville, God bless his soul, said, you can never kid the United fans. You can't kid the fans. And he lives off that saying, Gary Neville. Who are you kidding, mate? Come on. What are you talking about? You cannot say things like that and then just spout out the crap that comes out of your mouth. It is an absolute travesty. And I think there's only one ex-player right now, simply because he's not employed by the club. And that is Roy Keane. And you know what? I don't agree with everything Roy Keane says. But what he says is literally to the point and what the fans are actually thinking right now. Because the only other people who see United for what United are and what is actually happening are the opposition fans. The opposition pundits. The players who are not employed by United and don't love United. It's clear as day that there are a lot of tinted red glasses going on, especially like the MUTV people, anyone who's employed by United, ex-United player. They all say the same thing, except the ones that are not employed by them. The real speakers, like Roy Keane. And I said, and I'll say it again, I do not agree with everything that Roy Keane says, but you've got to admit, a lot of what he is saying about the players throwing Ollie under the bus is exactly what is happening right now. I said it in the summer. It's alright people coming out and slagging me off saying, what is Ollie supposed to say in press conferences? Can't slag all the players off. He will be gone before any of them players can give a toss about what Ollie is saying. They will throw him under the bus tomorrow. They do not give a shit. They really don't. Anyway, did I go on a little mini rant there? Didn't I think? God, I'm getting worked up. I'm going out on the piss tonight, so yes, let's start it early. Anyway, let's get on to your comments. I'm excited for the game no matter what. I'm out tonight. It's my mate's 40th, and yeah, I don't go out that much. Can't you tell? Yeah, that mixed in with Liverpool at home, a recipe for disaster. Driving to Nottingham as well after the game. Anyway, goal piece back again. I told you it'd be back. Here we go. Another one. Beyond Ole, do you think we have much guts with Carrick or McKenna or Phelan as interim manager? No, and no. Simple. Sorry, mate. There's the answer to that question. I do not want any of them taking the reins if Ole does go. Hello. I mean, I do understand what you're saying, actually, mate, because my initial reaction is that, but who else do I want to come in now? I don't want a knee-jerk reaction to just signing anyone who's available. It may be Allegri, it may be whoever's available, it may be Laurent Blanc. If one of them was coming in, I would definitely take interim and give the job to someone in the summer. Don't knee-jerk reaction it again. Stick to what you said. This is another thing about Ed Woodward. When he said 100%, no decision will be made. This was when Ollie was employed as interim manager. He said, this is what I'm going back to about what he's just said this week. Take nothing what Ed Woodward says seriously. He said last season that there'd be no decision made on any manager. He's going all the way to the summer, and we will make a decision in the summer 100%. Those are his words. That's what he said. He literally said nothing would happen until the summer. No decision was made. Bang! Ollie comes in. Hey, I was happy at the time. I thought it was the right move. I was wrong, obviously. I hold my hands up whenever I'm wrong. I did think at the time it was right. I thought Ollie was the man to dissect this squad. I thought he would bring the right players in and get rid of the players that didn't want to be there and the players that we all know are not United players. I'd say he did 1/3 of the job in the summer that I was hoping that he would do. And that third he did well, as I always say, but that's when I thought last season, and why I said last season, he is the man. Even when it started to go wrong towards the end of last season, I backed him. I said it because long term, I thought Ollie would do it. And the summer, and everyone started signing contracts. He just basically just went along with the flow. He spoke what Ed Woodward and the Glazers wanted saying. It was just, and it just boiled out yes man to me, and I just lost it. I'm just like, don't get me wrong, I still want him to turn it around. I do want him to turn it around, but he's just not helping himself. He really is not helping himself. Right, I am going to get into your comments now. Here we go. Let's just go. Said enough. Alien Tenno again. Adam, I keep putting this on United Stand. I'm joking, but also being serious. Given the state of our club, Mr. Blobbitt for director of football, and Bender for manager. Yeah, mate, it could be anyone at the moment. Oh, no one can put the finger on what is going wrong at United at the moment. It is that bad and rotten from top to bottom. Imagine Ed Woodward replace Ole with Mark Hughes. Belu Pilem. Yeah, mate. Another one of your Saki comments, was it, mate? Yeah, I think so. He always comes in with him. Hughes, Pulis, Big Sam, Giorgio B. Shut up. Every single one of them. Adam, are you hiring moderators? No, I am not at the moment. But, right, I'm just really busy at the moment. I have 2 businesses, 3 houses. I've got 2 kids. My life is a bit mental at the moment. I'm just happy to be talking United right now. If it does come to a stage when the channel really does take off even more, that might be on the agenda. But we'll see and come and cross that bridge when it comes to it anyway. But thanks for asking, by the way. Yes, it is probably a sign that things are getting a bit big on the channel at least. Right. Adam, is Ollie out? Welcome to the dark side, mate. I didn't say Ollie out, you twister, whatever you want to call it. I didn't say Ollie out. I said I want him to turn it around. I just cannot see it happening at all. Adam, you are a legend. Viking Red. Yes, mate. Thank you. I am a legend. We got to stop feeding these money-hungry Yanks. Mate, this is the thing. People are going on saying that the Glazers will not leave. The Glazers will not leave. Well, they're trying to use the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as an example. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like every other American football team, NFL team, get a bailout at the end of the season. They don't get relegation. They all stay in their conference. And then you get the draft from the university teams coming through to get the best pick. And they can turn a season around like that. It's a franchise that works, the NFL. It's probably the fairest sport in world football in terms of how they actually run it. The Premier League is totally different. The Premier League success is based on money. If you haven't got money, you are not successful. People will say, well, what about Leicester? Leicester had a wealthy owner. God bless his soul, he has gone now, unfortunately. But they have plans and ambition. They dropped the season after they won the league, obviously, yeah. But look at them now. The building, spending money, doing it exactly the right way. They're ambitious. They have money. They're a club well run. It doesn't work like that. The Glazers will have to sell, I think. There's people talking about Kevin Glazer and what he's doing, selling his shares. Let's be honest, people, the B-class shares. You got no rights with B-class shares. All B-class shares are for making more money. For the Glazers to make more money and not relinquish any power in what they've already got at the club. So, no, that's a sign of desperation on its own. I think his shares are worth around about 270 million. Where's that money going? Is it covering other things that they're not taking out of United? In terms of, we're not going to be making that sort of money again? Could be a sign. Well, could be. Super chat from Demas Moa. Cheers, buddy. How do you see Frank Lampard so far and what he is doing at Chelsea? We've said it numerous times on videos. I've said it with Paul A. Frank Lampard implementing the promises that Ollie gave. He's giving you for chance. He's playing an attacking way. Even when the back's up against the wall today and Newcastle are being stubborn, they find a way just through attacking. You can see a plan with Lampard. That's what you can see. You can't see a plan at United. That is the difference. Lampard will be different next season when he's judged on what he's spent. Can he take this team further? It does look like they're a shoo-in for top 4 now, Chelsea, to be honest. The way they're playing, they do look like the 3rd best team in the league right now, behind City and Liverpool. So I think they'll be in the Champions League again. They're obviously still holding their own now in the Champions League. And for them to lose a player like Eden Hazard, one of the best players in the world and in Premier League history, then you got to give Lampard massive praise because he has literally done what Ollie promised. He has no money spent, literally no money spent at all. He's not even playing. Pulisic? He's not even playing Pulisic, who does one signing that did come in last summer. He's giving the kids a chance. He's actually giving the kids a chance, and he's making them work and giving them the confidence to stand up in the Premier League in their first season in the Premier League. And massive credit to Lampard. It literally is a job well done so far. Early days, it could all go sour yet, but right now he's embarrassing Ollie for what he's doing. He really is, because I thought Chelsea had a worse aging squad than what United have got, and he's just completely turned it around on absolutely nothing. So massive praise for Lampard. Another super chat, thank you very much. Karen took the kids. Ollie's 3-year plan is dependent on every other team in the league doing nothing. We're being taken for fools. Exactly. He expects everyone else to stay still while we implement this 3-year plan. It's exactly well said. I totally agree with that comment, because if you look at it, it is exactly what he is saying. He has come out and said the objectives in what we need to be doing, well, ignoring what is actually happening right now. How can you have a 3-year plan? What is a 3-year plan? Going off what we're doing right now. They're talking like we're looking at it in short-term pain and long-term gain. No one gets long-term. Simple. Ollie cannot say that because he is literally saying, well, it doesn't matter what happens right now. That's coming across on the pitch, because every time Ollie opens his mouth, he's putting that into the players' heads that there's an excuse here not to perform. Get the expectations back up. Get the standards back up. Start coming out and making comments that actually are relevant to the situation we are in. Stop ignoring what is going on at the club at the moment, because we are just dropping and it does not look like it's going to stop. It really doesn't. Norwich got a good point at Bournemouth today. You know what? It's a steadying the ship. They've had 2 weeks break, come back, got a point. Now what they're going to do? They're going to come back against us next weekend, all ready for it, all guns blazing. And there we have it. It could well be another defeat for us against Norwich. I'm not saying that yet. Obviously, things could change for us as well. But we are going away to Belgrade, going to Serbia on Thursday. And the last place I'd want to be going is one of the new promoted teams away from home a few days later with the threadbare squad that we've got. I'm just being real. I'm not being negative. It's just how I can see it. I can't see past that at the moment. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry if it is sounding negative, but God, sue me. Literally, you know what I mean? Tell me that I'm wrong. It's just the way it is. Anyway, a few more chats. Let's get in here. Low United, Adam Klopp. Needed 4 years to get Liverpool top. Yeah, 4 years to get Liverpool at top, but they never dropped this far. And there was always decent football to watch while Liverpool. And they went through some crap players. He dissected the squad. It's a good example looking at Liverpool and where Klopp took them from. But it just seems like a totally different situation. Liverpool have got better owners, for one. They've got a director of football, for two. Both of them United haven't got. So to compare it to United right now and to Ole, I just think it's a bit too much. I can't compare it. I can't, because the whole setup and situation is totally different. I just noticed one there from Tim. How you doing, Tim? Tim Stockton. He's been on my channel before. You remember him from Canada. Tim Stockton said this on my show a few weeks ago. Ollie won't get 3 years like Fergie did. Those comparisons are ridiculous. Things need to be drastically improved next season. Yeah, well said, Tim, mate. I totally agree, pal. It's a case of saying one thing, completely ignorant of what is actually happening right now, because he's got 2.5 months before the transfer window. I said this before, so what's going to change? And now we've got a lot of games before January transfer window, and the club's already come out and stated that it's a tough time to buy players, i.e. we ain't buying anyone in January. So do we have to wait to the summer for the next part of this plan? Do we just give up on this season because there's an objective in place and Ollie is sticking to it, Ed? What? I mean, come on, get real, people. I mean, it isn't. Oh God, it sounds overly negative all the time, but I'm not gonna get the wool pulled over my eyes. I'm not. I'm literally not. I'm not having it at all. It's just I cannot sit here and just take this on the chin. It's the shittest football I've ever seen this football club play, and there has been some bad times. I remember it not being great in the 80s when I was watching it as a kid. I can remember standing there on the terrace at Old Trafford when there wasn't seats. That's how far back I can remember. And it wasn't a great game, but we had men playing for us then, and we had a manager who knew how to get the best out of each individual player, even if they weren't brilliant players. I just can't see that now at United. I don't want to live in the past, like I said at the start of this video. I don't, but you got to look back and go, whoa, where did it go wrong? That is like the fundamental issue right now at United. It's like, wow, was David Gill and Sir Alex Ferguson leaving at the same time the biggest mistake in Manchester United's history? Because we're writing cheques now that our football club cannot cash. That's basically it. An old quote from Top Gun. I think I got that right, didn't I? Yeah. Someone will probably correct me in a minute. Niz United, how are you doing, Niz? Good to have you on the live show. What you got to say? I already sort of know what you're going to say. I think you put a comment in before I missed it. Sorry, let's get this one out now. Niz, Adam, looking where United are in the table, 14th in the league, we are in a serious trouble. If we don't win against Liverpool, mammoth task, stay in the Premier League, and Ollie has to take responsibility. I said this the other day. I mean, Ollie taking responsibility, he has to take responsibility because, like I said, other teams have got squads that are just as poor or as good as ours, whichever way you want to look at it, and they're playing decent football. They're playing better football than us. And where's the excuse there? Have we just got players who are wearing that United shirt, the shirt is wearing them basically, it is overpowering them, that's what it seems. It just seems like they just cannot handle the pressure that is on them at the moment, and the expectations that are there at this club are literally just too much for these players to handle. It really is. Tomorrow we may see it. We'll know 10 minutes into the game tomorrow which way it's going. That's how much you can predict United at the moment. It's that easy, that bad. Paul, how you doing, Paul, mate? Adam, honest question, where do you think we'll finish this season? If Ollie stays in charge, mate, I've said it before, I think we'll get relegated. It's bad. I'm going to stick to my guns on it, I do. And then again, you could look at it, if we just spend the right amount of money in January, it could happen again. It really could. It's a tough one to call, mate. I don't want to be like, I don't ever want to see my club or my team down in that championship, but can anyone convince me how it's going to change? I know we've got players coming back, but I said it in the injury video earlier in the week. It's a case of how good are them players coming back? You got two of them in Martial and Pogba who turn up when they want to turn up. And you know what, we need Martial back. A lot of people are saying it in the comments there. I was impressed with Martial in the games he started this season. He looked like he'd changed. He looked like he had the bit between his teeth, and he is a player that can turn this season around for us, literally, because he is one who we know has talent. He has more talent than what he's showing, and if we can get it out of him, then there is a chance that we can get back up into that top half of the table. As sad as that sounds, clinging on to getting into the top half of the table, Manchester United, it is embarrassing. It is beyond embarrassing, but that's my realistic outlook on it, and that, Paul, pretty much is where I'm at with that one, mate. 10th place, Ollie's a fraud. We have a spineless squad. Question, would you take Ozil on loan in January, Lee Farrell? No, I wouldn't, mate. I just don't think he is what this club needs. He's another one who's on stupid. He's Sanchez part 2. That's what I would call Ozil. Even though he has got certain qualities. The injuries are an excuse. We lost with Pogba. The injuries are an excuse. Do you mean aren't an excuse? Beast Pro... What? Beast Prolum CM. God, sorry, mate. I'm crap at telling these names out. Injuries are an excuse. We lost with Pogba and Martial against Palace. Injury prone. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, everybody. It is. I said that the other day. You know what I mean? Bazaka, Shaw, Martial, Pogba were all there when he stumped the place out against Palace at home. I mean, City are walking all over them now like they're not even there. So, yeah, no, they're not. He's just come back and said he did mean that. Yeah, well done, mate. Ollie or Allardyce? McKenna. That's how much that is. I just wouldn't take Allardyce because that would be accepting defeat. That's all that is with Allardyce. It really is. Okay, goal piece. Here we go again. Who's the bigger bottler? Number 1, Ole on excuses for poor performances. Or 2, British Parliament for stopping Brexit. Oh, that's a level playing field, that, mate, isn't it? That's like putting City against United in terms of which one of them is right. Because I agree with both. Both of them are. You couldn't have put it any better, mate, to be honest. It's a good comparison because they are bottlers. Because they're just thinking of themselves pretty much like United and their owners. Parliament, politicians, what do they care at all? All they care about is power within their own little bubble. They don't care about the people at all. All they want to be is in charge of the people. And that is it. And it's pretty much like Ed Woodward, basically. He cannot see himself, even though he knows it's right for the fans, right for the club, he cannot see himself relinquishing his power and what he has at United already, because he doesn't want to lose what he's got for himself, and that is complete control over United right now. And that's where it is. That's a good comparison, mate, it is, but that's how I see it. Oh, here we go. Here come the Allegri ones. Gary Palmer, Allegri, ASAP. We're confident with Allegri though. What have I missed, Super Red Fan 15? Well, you've not missed too much, mate. You missed me having a little bit of a mini rant going on, slagging Ed Woodward off. No aspirations for tomorrow's game. Pretty much everything. Yeah, you'd expect. Everything you'd expect. Allegri is anti-United in terms of style of play. This is the problem with Allegri. No, Allegri plays boring football from a boring league. Allegri is Jose too. I think you just got your answer there just in the next few comments, mate, about Allegri coming in. It is one of them. Allegri or Poch? Poch all day for me. Like I said, I'm ignoring exactly what is happening with Tottenham at the moment. That is just a total one-off scenario which is going on at that football club at the moment. No one could have foreseen what was going to happen behind the scenes there. Adam, Sky should have bought us. Be Sky B, yeah. They should have that from Viking Red. No Allegri, just get Mark Hughes. Fucking hell, Viking, Jesus. You might as well get Mark Hughes if you're wanting Allegri. I don't know. I mean, Allegri's probably got a bit more tactical now, Sané, but let's be honest, Allegri, is he right? He's never managed in the Premier League. Are United the right club for him right now to find his feet in the Premier League? A manager who doesn't notoriously do much attacking football to come into what United really need right now. I think it might be too much for even someone like him, even with his experience. Let's see, what else have we got? Let's see. Don't matter who comes in our squad is shit. Yeah, yeah, I get that way. Yeah, shut up. The public have spoken, basically. It is a case of it does not matter who comes in right now unless they come in with a plan to absolutely destroy this squad and take it down to the bare bones. You could say that is what Ollie is trying to do, but you know what? There's got to be a style of football on the pitch. Even with a threadbare squad or a poor squad of what we got, there has to be something on that pitch that just gives us some sort of encouragement going forward, because right now I can't take any no confidence from anything that happens on the game, in any game so far this season. Maybe the Chelsea one that we was clinical in, but that was like the last time that we actually created chances and actually looked like comfortably seeing a game out. What has Blanc done? It's a good question, because Laurent Blanc went in with all the money in the world into a Pontins league, which is the French league, one or two team league. Again, if you can't succeed with that amount of money in that league, then you are down. You just might as well not manage at all. And what about Thomas Tuchel? Exactly the same as Laurent Blanc for me in terms of, but he has a little bit more experience than Laurent Blanc. But again, his football's okay. I do like his stance on certain players, the so-called playboys. And yeah, maybe that could work. He has been touted, he has been linked with United this season actually. So that could be one that could happen. But again, where's Ed Woodward's head at? Is he going to give the next managers the money? Does he actually realise that the money is actually running out and he has to stick with Ollie now because Ollie's the one who's going to save him money the way he's gone so far? Could that be it? Adam, is the main problem letting David Gill go? Yep, 100%. I watched that Ferguson interview the other day, the one that's on Netflix, when he goes to the London Business School, talking about his methods and how he envisages things and sees things and how it all came down to the retirement. Ferguson planned his retirement not knowing that David Gill had actually set exactly the same date for retirement. David Gill called Ferguson into his office and said, I need a word with you, and actually said that, I just want to let you know I am retiring at the end of the season. He goes, Ferguson comes back to him and says, really? So am I. So by chance, it just happened like that, and that is, you could say, is exactly where everything started to go completely downhill. Leslie Lyle, Ed is cleaning himself of any responsibility. Great CEO. Yeah, that's what CEOs do. They make everyone else take the fall and make everyone else look bad just to cover their mistakes. He's done it with every single manager. I said it at the start of the show. I don't know if you was watching earlier on, but basically what I said was he has come out and backed every single manager with their so-called plans with everyone that has been in over the last 6 years. Did it with Moyes, Van Gaal, Jose. He's doing it now with Ole, but he won't think twice if it gets to a certain stage where he looks bad and it could hamper or do anything against his career or his sort of business legacy, whatever you want to call it, then Ole will be out the door. No matter what he says right now. There's no way he's backing Ole for 3 years. Simple as. Is Woodward even a good businessman? Well, to be honest, the amount of stupid sponsorship deals, Super Red, then yeah, you got to say he is. For me, the Glazers are absolutely masterminds. In terms of business, they are geniuses in what they've done, how they've managed to buy United and make so much money out of them. It really is. You've got to hold your hat. As a business side looking at it, you got to look at it and go, well done. Simple as. The problem is, United is Manchester United. We are a football club. We are a powerhouse in football, and business has destroyed Manchester United because that's where we've gone. I've said it plenty of times before, what the Glazers have done with United, they haven't improved the stadium at all in so many years. They haven't paid any debt off over the last, 10 years now? 5-10 years now. And it's just getting to a stage now where it looks like, as a businessman, you would be looking to sell up, trying to save money here and there. I mean, if it did get to a chance or a case of that we're right down there in the relegation zone or fighting relegation, then there would be no way out of it for Ole. Absolutely no way, because they would want to save their prize asset before putting any objectives or 3-year plan in place. The money comes first, simple as that. Good shout. Nagelsmann is a good shout. One to keep an eye on for sure. Yeah, do agree. Does look like he has something, but again, it's that United job. Who is the right man? No one knows who the right man is. We can say all the names. It's like me saying Poch. He might completely fail as well. I just look at him and think, you know what? He wants this United job. He knows what he can do with this United team already. I think he can see it. And it's the sort of manager I like. The one who, will spend the money right, who will get the right signings, given the money. And he probably would get money at United, more than what he's got at Tottenham anyway. But the way we're going at the moment, it's sort of like, what do I want? Do I want Ole to stay in, take us further down, and then Poch doesn't want to come to United because we're so bad? It's a double-edged sword, really, you could say. Lee Fitzpatrick, Poch Never had backing off Lever. If we get him and back him in a few windows, he will be up there. Yeah, we would be, mate. I just fear it might be getting too late for Poch. I mean, they had a bad result again today at home to Watford. You cannot afford to not win that game. It was an awful result for them. But, you know, Poch is one of them, innit? I just feel like we're going to miss the boat again. I feel like Ollie's going to be gone before Poch, and there's going to be a knee-jerk reaction. The ideal scenario is we manage to just stay relevant this season, whether Ollie does stay or does go, and then Poch comes in the summer maybe. I don't know. If Ollie is still at the club by the end of the season, does that mean that he's actually turned it around? You never know. Oh, God, hope springs eternal and all that. But Mourinho was on the decline at Chelsea and we got him. Now we want another manager, Poch, who is on the decline. Yeah, like I said before, Poch's scenario right now is completely different to anything that Mourinho had to deal with. Mourinho made his own problems at Chelsea. We all know what he did at the time. And he basically is a completely different boat to what Pochettino is. I mean, players sleeping with other players' wives, leaving, not getting this, players just completely down in tools, wanting to leave the club, no one backing him in the summer in terms of signing these players on, having to deal with players who want to leave and are going to leave and don't want to be there, and having to play them and try and get something out of them. No matter who the manager is, you're always going to struggle in that scenario. I just think it's totally different. I think Poch deserves more of a chance. If you can take a team to the Champions League final and come in the top 4 of the Premier League on nothing spent in 2 seasons, then you deserve a shout. Adam, get a shave and shower. You're taking your missus out. You're taking your missus out. Come on, shape up, son. Yeah, we are going out. We are going out. I'm going. Do you want to get rid of me that quick? Anyway, Niz, Adam, we are in October. Ed, this week, has publicly backed Ollie, and this is so-called long-term plan and funds for Ollie to spend in January. Doesn't he realise we are in October and relegation fight? Yeah, exactly like I said, Niz. Exactly like I said. It's a stage now where it's like, we've still got 2 months before the window opens. How far are we going to be before he even gets a chance to spend money, if he gets given money? That's it. Okay, right, people. I am going to have to get going and get washed and get sorted. I am going out. I am going to have a few beverages tonight and enjoy myself. What happened to Paul? If you didn't, sorry everybody. If you are just tuning in now, Paul was on tonight, but it actually happened. Tonight was the night. His missus is in hospital right now. The waters have broke. She's in labour, and I did shout out Paul. I'll do it again now just before we finish for everyone who's just watching. But Paul, best of luck, mate. Hope everything goes well, mate, tonight at the hospital, and your baby girl comes into this world fit and healthy and brings us luck against Liverpool tomorrow. On that note, everybody, I am going to finish it right there. Finish on a high. Yep. Paul's newborn baby girl coming into the world tonight is the omen that we're going to take Liverpool down tomorrow. That's it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the super chats. I love you all. Everyone who come on and chatted. Sorry, it is at the earlier time. I hope I've not messed anyone's schedule up. Still loads of you coming on and actually staying with me. It was brilliant. Thank you very much. It won't always be like this. Obviously, at certain nights I just have to do certain things, and this is one of them. So, thank you everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Do subscribe to the channel if you are watching for the first time. And obviously share and like the video. Give it a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I will be back tomorrow. Stay tuned for the post and pre-match thoughts on FanView. That should be fun tomorrow. Yes. And everyone who's at the game, don't forget I will be around Hotel Football. So come and say hi. Come and say hello. Let's have a drink. Let's have a chat before the game. Let's have one after the game and see if the mood is any different. I've got a feeling it will be. Alright, people. That is it for tonight. I will speak to you all soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in for the FanView videos tomorrow. They will be coming out. Should be very, very interesting. Best channel, Niz. Thank you. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.